My cat is laying on my fabric. Tom. Tom. Psst, psst. He's laying on my fabric. Hi, I'm Sharon, and welcome to episode 15 of the Sampler Style Flosstube. Hi everybody, and welcome to episode 15. I am so very glad that you joined me today. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank all of you very much for joining me on my last episode where I showed you 10 things that I like to use for cross stitch. And I had a few questions about one of the things, and that is the app GoodNotes. So you can find the app on Google Play or the Apple App Store or whatever app service that you use. And it's called GoodNotes 5. On my next episode, I will be doing a tutorial of GoodNotes 5, and I will screenshot the tutorial and put it up here so you can see it while I'm talking. And yeah, I'm planning that for the next episode. I would have done it this episode, however, I have a lot to show you, and I'm starting off with another stitching tool that I just got this week. And you guys, in the words of Sue Stokes from Flosstube, hi Sue, it is a game changer. So, after my cataract surgery, I went to the eye doctor and I got my progressive lenses, and she put my prescription in, which is, I'm 20/20 now, I can see distance, and I need, the progressives for reading. I also have a little astigmatism in the right eye, and she corrected that. So my vision, distance-wise, with these is perfect. However, if you wear progressive lenses, you may find it hard to stitch because the bottom part isn't strong enough to see the holes, especially if you're stitching on a larger count or a smaller count, like 40 count. So I asked them to make me a pair of bifocals for stitching, and these are them. So before I got my prescription glasses done, I was using +5 readers. So what I had them do is put a very light +1.5 for my computer monitor at the top and correct for my astigmatism in this lens. And then down here, they made this bifocal a +5 magnification, so I can see my stitching. You guys, it's incredible. I love it so much because I can look down with the bifocals, do my stitching, and then when I want to see something on my computer monitor, I can just glance up and see it out of my corrected vision up here. And the fact that she corrected my astigmatism in this eye makes even the up close stitching holes, fabric holes, look even clearer than my readers that I was using. I never need another magnifier ever again. I just need good lighting and these glasses, and I am good to go. They're incredible, you guys. They are the best. I love them so much. So much. I am thrilled. So, if you're struggling to see your, higher count fabric, try going to your eye doctor and having them make these up. They're not cheap. Honestly, they're prescription glasses. I go to a very good optometrist in addition to an ophthalmologist because of all the issues with my eyes. But the optometrist was great. she listened to me. You can bring stitching with you and show them, you know, what focal length you need to see. So I'm like right here is where I need to see the smaller count. So I'm like down here with the glasses. And it's perfect. It is, I can't say enough good things. So these were about, I bought these too. So, and I had insurance. So they were about like 150, 200 maybe for these. Worth every penny. We spend money on our stitching, spend money on our eyes in order to see good stitching. I'm all about that. You know, I'm not a big jewelry person, you know. I'd rather spend money on glasses, really nice glasses, and be able to see well. I've always been like that, even when I've worn glasses all my life. So I'm used to spending money on them. So that would be my big news for the week. And something to look into if you're interested. Okay, next we're going to talk about works in progress. So in the past 3 weeks, I have worked on 3 things, and I actually have a finish. So let me show you my works in progress first. So this is Modern Folk Embroidery 2022 Stitch Along, and it's beautiful. I finished all the clues so far up to May. So I have clues 1 and 5 complete, 1 through 5 complete. And I really didn't start on clue 6 yet. It's June. It's time to start on clue 6. However, I needed a break because I really focused on this to get this to where I wanted it. And I just needed a break from it. So I haven't touched it since the beginning of June. I finished it pretty much June 1st when the June clue came out, and I put it away. So here she is. Here's some close-ups of her. So I'm stitching her on 40 count. Picture This Plus Legacy, and it's a warm gold fabric, and I love it. Very beautiful. I love how this black is popping on it, and here she is. I am using NPI silk for this project. And I will check the color. It is black and white range color 993, which is black, basically. And I'm very, very happy with how it's coming out. I'm thrilled with it. So for Mania in May, I decided to do some finishing up of whips that have been in my stash for a while. So I actually started this the 1st of June. I had a finish that I will show you in a minute, but I worked on this in June. So this is Be of Good Cheer by the Scarlett House. I started this around Christmas time last year in 2021, and then I started working on Winter Rose Manor, and I never picked this up again. I don't have a great tolerance for holiday stitching, but I really wanted to finish this cute little cutie. It really is only taking me like 2 weeks to finish it. I had this part done and I had one tree done, and I did all the rest of this in the last week and a half. And yeah, the snowflakes, my God, they are a pain in the patootie. I am not enjoying them at all. They're white, they're hard to see. They look great with the red, but you have to kind of do the snowflakes first and then fill in the red. Ugh. And I keep missing pieces of them, and I had to stitch over a couple. It's fine. I'm gonna love it. So I am very happy with this. So this is stitched on a piece of Picture This Plus 40 count fawn, and the piece of fawn I have is highly variegated. I don't know, I wasn't wild about it for a sampler, but it's great for smalls. So I really like how this piece looks on here, and it's stitched with silk. Again, it's stitched with NPIs, all the called for, and I love that because I love NPI. If you're interested in trying out NPI, this is a great project because it only takes 4 colors? 1, 2, 5 colors. And I had like 2 of them already in my stash. Now the red is out of my comfort zone. The red is kind of an orangey red. I prefer a more schoolhouse red type of red, like a more blue red than an orange red. However, I gave this a chance and I love it. This is more of a tomatoey, like warm red, but it's nice. It's very vintagey, and I'm super happy with how it came out. This ornament was really fun to stitch. Not sure if this is based on a reproduction. I don't know. Perhaps. Could be. It didn't really say in the pattern, but it's Be of Good Cheer by the Scarlett House. I'm sure it's based on some sort of reproduction. I don't know if it's an actual reproduction, but I love it, and it will be finished by the holidays. I'm going to send it out to Starry Night Studios. Alyssa does a lot of finishing for me. She does flat folds, so I'm going to have her do a flat fold for that one, like I did with this Halloween Queen flat fold. And that's what I'm going to do with her. So, the last piece I have to show you that I worked on in the last 3 weeks, I'm very excited to share that I finished the Hound and the Hare by Modern Folk Embroidery. Oh my goodness. This is stitched on a piece of 32 count shale with DMC that I picked. I think if you look in the description box down below, you'll see all the colors that I used. I absolutely love this piece. Let the hound, the hare, go chase. Now, I started this in 2020 when I really got into stitching and became obsessed with stitching. And I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that you could use different kinds of linen. So I might have done this on a 36 count with 1 strand, but this is done on 32 count with 2 strands because that's what Jacob's patterns are all written for. And I don't stitch in anything lower than a 36 now because I really would prefer to use 1 strand of yarn, 1 strand of floss. So this is all DMC. The other thing, it's charted for 1 color, and I'm like, what? You know, I want to make this more interesting. I probably would, if I was going to stitch this again, pick another color, maybe the very deep brown to do it in. Not that I don't like all the colors that I picked. I love them. I think they're really cool. And I think they came out great. But I didn't realize the joys of stitching in one color at the time. So yeah, I probably would do this in one color now. So anyway, I love it. All right, so I have a question for you. Answer me down below. I'm going to be sending this out to be finished soon. Do you think this is too big for a flat fold? I like flat folds. So this is a flat fold. This is a little smaller. This is Halloween Queen by Not Forgotten Farm. So this is definitely bigger than Halloween Queen. Do you think that would work? I have to ask Alyssa. So I like them because they're just portable. You can just take them around. You know, I could switch her out and put this here. I can put it in my, I have above my fireplace is where I decorate, when I decorate. And I could put this above my fireplace and just move it around. I don't know. I kind of want a flat fold. So let me know. Do you think this would look silly as a flat fold? I have to ask Alyssa. Rather than have it. I could have it framed and then just use a stand too. But honestly, flat fold would probably be a little cheaper. So I don't know. I love it though. It's beautiful. I changed something. So Jacob charted the word hound with a V instead of a U because back in probably, this is not a true reproduction, it's based on a reproduction. So he wrote all about it, I think, in the description of this pattern. But many times the language back then used a V instead of a U for the U sound, ow, the ow sound. So what I decided to do was leave off the U on the alphabet. It just is weird to me to have the word charted with a V and then put a U in the alphabet. I don't know. It just was weird to me. So I left the V off the alphabet and I just added in a 0 instead. So it's just my being a nerd. I don't even know if that's correct. Maybe they used a U for other things. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I left it out. And it's my stitching and I can do what I want. So I don't know if I mentioned this is stitched on shale. Yeah, 32 count shale with DMC that I picked. So the only other thing I have to show you is a new start. And it's very small, new start. I only worked on it one afternoon while I was sitting outside. And this is Dark Queen of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was a mystery stitch along in 2021, and I didn't see it until it was over. And I fell in love with it. These are the flosses. I was debating whether to order, excuse me, the fabric, because you could still buy the fabric. I'll put a link to that. I'll probably buy the beads from the same website that sells the fabric. And I decided to use my own fabric because I had it. Again, back when I was just a new stitcher, I joined a fabric club. And I have a bunch of Picture This Plus 28 count that I probably won't use for very much. Maybe for Mirabilias if I decide to start stitching them. But it'll fit fine on this, I measured. This colorway is Nessie, and I think it's perfect. It's a beautiful blue. So I went to Joann's one day and I got all the flosses. And I had a bunch of other contenders for this project. But I thought that this blue that I ended up with matched the best. But I thought that you might want to see some of the other fabrics that I had to choose from. So this is 28 count J by Picture This Plus. Any one of them would have worked, really. But I thought that the flosses popped better on the blue that I chose. So this is J. I almost went with this one. This is a very light teal. This is called Serene. Here come the purples. This one's actually a pinky, purpley. This is Quartz. Definitely a different look. This one is Pansy. I am very happy with my choice. I'm going with all the called for with her, and there are some hair conversions, but I love the purple hair, so I'm gonna stick with it. And it is stitched 2/2 on 28 count, and again, this is Nessie. So this project is going to be my pool stitching. So we have an outdoor area. It's a bar. It's a bar. And I like to sit there in front of my pool and knit and stitch and swim when I get hot. So this is going to be my summer stitch, and I'm really excited about it. It's probably going to take me a while to finish this. It's not going to be done this year because I want to do other things, and this is just a fun kind of in-between stitch, you know what I mean? In between samplers and fall stitching and whatnot. I don't do patriotic stitching, not because I don't love it. It's pretty. I just don't decorate for the summer. My mother never did. When I was growing up, we lived in Syracuse, New York. I grew up there. And my parents had a cottage on Lake Ontario, which is about an hour north of Syracuse. And we would go there for the summer. We would close up the city house and go up to the cottage for the summer. And I spent my summers barefoot. My mother did not decorate up there. Our 4th of July was in the sky. We had lots of fireworks. We were outside all the time. It was just a very small, like, 2-bedroom, 1 great room cottage. We didn't decorate. So I don't decorate for the summer. If I were to stitch a patriotic, I thought maybe the only one I would consider would be Liberty's Welcome by Plum Street. It's beautiful because I'd like to stitch all of the welcome pieces. I have Ghoul-Tide Welcome, like kitted, and I love the Christmas one too. So yeah, but that's not for a long time. So this will be my pool girl, my little companion at the pool this year. Okay. Let's talk about plans, shall we? So, I'd like to do another small, and I'd like to stitch it until it's done. And my daughter gave me this beautiful pattern for Christmas one year, and I think it was 2020, I think she gave this to me, and I love it. Heartstring samplery. So pretty. It's Save the Bees. And it's a drum. And I haven't stitched a drum yet, and I'm very excited about it. I wanted to start it right away when I got the pattern, but I didn't have the floss. Not the floss. I have the floss. I didn't have the fabric when I got it, because I kind of want to do it on a lighter fabric. And I think I have the perfect one. I'll show you in a minute. I got it in stash, but these are the flosses. They're all Weeks Dyeworks. Very cool. And I don't think this would take that long, honestly. It is 179 by 62. And I think it would be really fun. So after I finish the Christmas one, I think I'm going to start this and just stitch it for the remainder of June, along with the Modern Folk Embroidery, which I have to pick up soon, or I won't get that clue done for June. Okay, so the only other thing I'm dying to get back to, and Gott. I absolutely love this pattern. So pretty. Here are the flosses. I'm almost halfway finished with her. Maybe I am halfway finished. I don't know. I'm going to show you right now. You tell me. So here's Gott. She is gorgeous. I love her. I would like to finish her by August, and then start a new sampler for Sampler September. So yeah, I only really have the bottom to do. I have the grass and the animals. So I have these two big motifs on the bottom, and then the grass and the animals. And I'm struggling with the saying at the top, "A present for you, my dear aunt." So I think what I'm going to do is just do "a present for you, my dear," and leave off aunt. I'm not stitching this as written. I'm going to modify the words. I'm going to modify the words at the bottom. Also, I think I'm going to take off the last part and just put my name or my initials and the date. So yeah, I'm not going to stitch this as a reproduction. I'm going to modify it. So I was debating whether to leave off the words entirely at the top and just substitute it with some of these motifs. But I don't know. I think I might just put the words in and not put aunt, and then maybe put another flower where aunt is, or if it doesn't look too bare, I might just leave it. I mean, I don't even think it looks that bad without something there, but I was watching Nikki Noodle, her floss tube, the other day, and she was saying that she doesn't like verses on samplers, and I'm the same. I'm just not a big like quote person, or sayings on samplers. It's not my favorite. I'll stitch them, but it's not my favorite. Even on the bee sampler, there's a quote on the sides in another language, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's just I don't want to rechart it, and I'm thinking of just putting stars instead of the words, because I'm just not I don't know. I don't like decorating with signs. It's not my thing, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here, but it will come to me. So once again, here is Gott. I'm stitching Anne with all the called for colored threads, although the fabric was straw, I believe, and I changed it to Picture This Plus Heartland, which is lighter. It's still a warm fabric, but it's lighter, and I love how it's coming out. I like it on the lighter fabric. I think the flosses pop a little bit better. Okay, so this now brings us to haul. And I actually have a bunch of haul to show you. So, I ordered some fabric from Kitten Stitcher, not cross-stitch fabric, but some sewing fabric. I don't really sew that much, but I really want to do something with these fabrics. And these are the Blackbird Sampler fabrics. I'm thinking I'll learn how to make project bags. I'm really good with tutorials. I can watch a tutorial and no problem. So I haven't even opened these up yet. But so pretty. This one is a tan and brown. Really beautiful. Eliza Wilson 1812, is that what it says? I'm not really sure. I'm reading this backwards, so you tell me. Oh my goodness, the hand of this fabric, stunning. So, in my yarn dyeing business, sidebar, my partner and I produce knitting project bags. She sews the bags and I dye yarn to match. So I purchased some other fabric from Teresa that came in this order to make those bags. And they're Teresa Kogut fabrics. Oh my goodness. Those fabrics are stunning. And they're not ridiculously priced either. They're really reasonable. I got a forest one, I got 2 Halloween ones, and a Christmas one. Oh my goodness. They're so pretty. I love them. Teresa Kogut, she is so talented. That's another thing. I would like to do something from her very soon. So, there's a lot I want to do. I don't know. So anyway, here's another one of these. So detailed and pretty. And I have one more. I think this is Eliza Wilson again, just in a different color. It's like a red and the other one was brown. Or this is like a rose color, and this is brown. Very pretty. So I'd like to learn to do some project bags and use these. I started a quilt like around Christmas time, and I haven't kept up with it. And I'm unable to sew in the summer really because I sew up here in this room. This is the attic, and it gets ridiculously hot. It's actually beautiful today. Well, it's cloudy, but at least it's not hot up here, so I can record this. You will be seeing probably the rest of my episodes this summer outside, which is fine. So, I also placed an order for 2 more charts that I really wanted from Blackbird Designs. I think this would be a great summer stitch. Humming of the Bees. Love it. Would be a good companion to my bee drum. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Just a stunning, stunning chart. This is the sampler that it was based on. It's not a reproduction, it's just based on a antique. Just beautiful, and I love it. And I got this book, A Heart Remembers. And I got it because I'm in love with this. Now, this is probably going to drive me insane if I try to stitch it. Because it looks like it has a lot of color changes. And that's not really my kind of stitching that I like. I can't stand it when I have to do a lot of color changes. But it might be worth it because it's really, really pretty. It has some heart patterns in here. I'm not really a huge fan of hearts. It's got this pattern. This is really pretty. I mean, here's some of the heart ones at the top. I don't know if I'd ever stitch those. If I'd stitch those, maybe I would do something else with them. I don't know. But this one, with all the different fabrics, oh my goodness. So pretty. It would drive me nuts. I can tell you right now. Because I really like Blackbird. I love the look of it. I'm stitching, it's in hibernation right now, but I have, the only Blackbird I'm working on, or the only one that I've ever started, no, I'm sorry. The only bigger one I've ever started is Away We Ride. And I haven't picked that up in a while because it's not that it doesn't have really a lot of color changes, but there's a lot of little things in there that kind of drives me nuts. But it's beautiful and I want to finish it, and I will probably work on that this summer also. So okay, so some other haul that I have. I am in the Fat Quarter Shop NPI Club, monthly club, and this month was salmon colors. They're very pretty. And I'm in the Color and Cotton Club, and this is June. It's the primitive ones. I think this next color from Color and Cotton came in a club last fall, and I fell in love with it and had to have it. So look at this red, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is Dracula. So I ordered 5 skeins, enough, I'm thinking maybe for a modern folk embroidery, and it's got variegation to it. So pretty. Love this. So Hoop and Frame was having a sale on odd cuts of linen. So I got some Legacy linen 37 count 15 by 35 for a really good price. I think it was under $20 in Russian tea cake. So this is Russian tea cake in 37 count. I've never stitched with this linen before, so that'll be fun. And I'm thinking I'm going to do the bee on this. It'd be perfect for a drum. I could probably get 2 drums out of it easily. So, yeah. I think the colors are great. I love this color. It's so pretty. It's just this beautiful off-white, which is what I was looking for this. So I have one more thing to show you. So Emily C. of the Eclectic Possessions Flosstube every year has a fundraiser for the company that she works for. She helps disadvantaged children. She helps children who are in foster care, and what she does is amazing. She's amazing, and she was one of the first floss tubers that I ever started watching, and she got me hooked on samplers. She loves samplers. So I've been supporting her fundraiser for as long as I knew about it. And this year I bought some ducks And I actually won, which was really cool. Sometimes I'll win things. I'm not going to say I never win anything, because I win things from time to time. Yeah, so it was really fun. She emailed me, and I went right away to her Facebook site, and I picked out a prize. And I really wanted a project bag because I don't really have that many. My projects are all like in plastic. I'm too cheap to buy project bags. I want to make some. It's just, anyway. So I wanted a project bag. So I picked the last one that was available, and it's in this package right here. We're going to open this together. So let's see. Oh, it's so pretty and perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my goodness. And the fabric. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh, let's put my glasses on so I can see it better. It is so cool. It is bee themed. Oh, it's pretty. And it has like this gold trim. Oh, I love it. It's such a good size. You could fit a hoop in there. This is the size I want to make when I make some bags. Oh, this looks like a honeycomb. You know, the picture online didn't do this justice. I love this bag. It's the first time I'm seeing it in person. Oh, it's so cool. And I love the inside. It has a gray. Love gray. Gray is one of my favorite colors. So beautiful. I love it. Oh my goodness. You know, I don't care if I win anything. Honestly, it's a good cause, but this is really cool to win this. I'm very excited. And there's some charts. She put together prize packs because she got so many things that she put together charts. So let's go through these very quickly. I can't get over this bag. It's so nice. This was a Smalls Lovers pack. I don't want to say I'm a small lover, but I could use some more smalls in my life. So, interesting. This is a shaker spool keep. Oh my goodness, there's even spools in here. It's very small. That's cool. There's spools. I'm looking at it thinking they're like spinning wheel spools. Fun fact, I do spin. This is a spinning wheel bobbin. Another sidebar. I'm not currently spinning. I just don't have time. But I have a beautiful wheel, and I may pick it up again. If I don't pick it up again, I'm probably going to sell the wheel because she needs to be used. So anyway, so that was one. All right. Ooh, I love this. This is glove scissor case from the Elizabethan collection. Costume collection. How cool is this? This is an old one, 1997. Oh, I love this one too. It's almost like a biscornu. This is like a treasure. I love these. Nightcap pincushion, the Elizabethan costume collection again. Oh, they're so pretty. This is really cool. This is Thistle Threads Sampler Slipper. It's a scissor holder, and it has the pattern. I don't think it has the pattern with it. Has the pattern for the slipper in it. Oh, it's a finishing kit, so there's probably fabric in here for it. Cool. Neat. Very neat. The Elizabethan Costume Collection Tape Measure Cloak. So I guess you get a tape measure and you can cover it with this. Very neat. Elizabethan Costume Collection Coif Needle Book. Okay, I may need to start this. Maryland. And this I think it's kitted. And there's actually more inside the bag. Oh, this is so cute. This is a kit. Flowers. This would be great to take on vacation. You know what I mean? This is the Bee Company, a Noel tag. So this is a Christmas one. Kitted. I mean, this has a lot, you guys. This is Jeanette Douglas. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, so this is a specialty stitch pattern. This is Hungarian stitch. It is stitched on a linen. This would be how big it is, because this is the backing. So if you stitch it on 40 count, you could use this for the backing. So it's just a little pin pillow. Cool. I don't know if I would do this Hungarian stitch, but I might do something else and use this as the backing. Like I really know how to finish anything. Floss with it, so that's cool. So I love my prize so very much. My cat is laying on my fabric. Because you know, when you do Flosstube, you make a huge mess. And I need to show you a video of my cat. This is Tom. Tom. Psst, psst. He's laying on my fabric. You're a good boy. But you're laying on my fabric, dude, that I have to pick up and fold nicely. Yeah. What are you doing? He looks like a grumpy cat. He's not. He's very sweet. He is not a cuddly guy. Like, he doesn't really cuddle with me very much at all. You might cuddle. He would cuddle with his father, but his father's lap is taken up by our Yorkie 90% of the time. If my husband sits down, our little Yorkie sits in his lap. If you want to see our Yorkie, you can watch my other show, Knit Style, here on YouTube. I will put a link down below. It's my knitting channel. And my pets make frequent appearances on that channel. So with that, I have been recording a very long time this afternoon. Yep, almost an hour. So, have a great week. Stitch something beautiful. And cheers!